everyone, we are back with another fun Wicked themed video because today we're going to be doing a baking video and we are going to be trying out the Betty Crocker Wicked cake mixes. We have the cake pops here and we have the cupcakes here, and these are a mix to reveal type of product to see whether you get the perfectly pink or the enchanting emerald. So we are going to be trying these out today. Much like my dress, is it pink or is it green? You guys, I absolutely love this dress. I thought it was absolutely perfect for this with the pink and green kind of shift. I think that it's looking pretty pink on camera at this angle, but I hope you can kind of see some of like the green shift as well because this is just such a really cute dress for this video. So I picked these up from Walmart. I think they were about like $5 and change for each of them. And like I said, there's the cake pop version and there is the cupcake version. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna be pretty sneaky and kind of crack the code on figuring out if you could determine whether your box was going to be the pink or the green. I haven't researched this or looked this up, but my thought was that, okay, if I look at the ingredients list and I look at the colors that they use, can I tell if the boxes are different? So I put my theory to the test when I was at the store and I was comparing all the boxes to each other, and at first I thought I had it because I was actually looking at the cupcake mix versus the cake pop mix, and I was like, oh, the labels are different, that has to be it. But then I realized, oh no, it's two different products. So then when I was comparing just the cupcake boxes, I quickly found out that they actually list all the colors, so it's kind of hard to tell. So as far as the colors, it has reds 40 and 3, yellows 5 and 6, and blue 1. So it definitely seems that they did include all of the colors that could be possible on there, not necessarily what specific colors the box itself has. So I think they kind of were a little sneaky there, and I thought I had it figured out, but unfortunately I don't think that there's really a way to tell other than just getting it. So I'm really hoping that I have two different ones here, but we will definitely get into it now and make these, and I'll let you know what I think of them. So today we're going to be trying out the cupcakes. All right, so let's see everything that comes in this box. All right, so right here we have the topping mix, then we have the cake batter mix, we have the sprinkles, and we have the cupcake liners. Mine did get a little smushed. So in addition to that, you also need a standard size muffin tin. You also need 1/4 cup of water, 3 tablespoons vegetable oil, 3 eggs, and 1 cup of milk. So we're gonna start by putting all the liners in the muffin tin. Obviously they'll fill out once we put the batter in there. All right, so I have preheated my oven. Now the next step is to mix the cupcake mix, water, oil, and eggs in a medium bowl. And to keep the results a surprise, we're going into black and white. And now I'm going to add my water and add my 3 eggs. The instructions say to beat vigorously by hand for 2 minutes, so I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. So I definitely know what color it is by now, but it's gonna be a surprise for you till the end. There are just a few little minor lumps still in there. Hopefully that won't matter, but honestly, I cannot stir any longer. And it specifically said to stir it by hand. I'm not sure if there's a reason for that or not, or if you could use a stand mixer or an electric mixer for it. I'm not sure, but either way, now we are going to put these into the muffin cups. So it says to add about 3 tablespoons per cup, so we're gonna follow that. Alright, so I have filled the cupcakes and I somehow have come up short by about 3 cupcakes. Definitely think I followed the directions and put the correct amount of everything in there, so I am a little upset that it came up short. And not even just like, oh, 1 cupcake short, like 3 cupcakes short. And I filled these by measuring the first one and then matching the height on the rest of them, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we're gonna go ahead and take those out. So now we're gonna go ahead and add this to the oven. We're going to let this bake for 13 to 18 minutes until they are cooked all the way through. All right, so my cupcakes are out of the oven. It took just about 15 minutes exactly for mine to cook all the way through. Now they did kind of start to brown just a little bit on the top, so I probably could have done maybe like just 14.5 minutes, but either way, this came pretty close. And you might notice, yes, I did kind of overfill a couple of these, so I will be guilty as charged. I kind of prefer a more overfilled cupcake than an underfilled cupcake, so I will take the blame for overfilling the cupcakes. So now before moving on to the next step, it is very important that you let these cool completely before you try to frost them. Mine probably need just about 5 more minutes or so that gives us just enough time to start mixing up the frosting. All right, and now we mix on low for 20 seconds. And now we mix on medium for 2 minutes. All right, that whipped up quite nicely. I whipped mine just a little bit longer to make it a little bit stiffer, but this is looking perfect. So now for piping, there are a couple things you could do. You can either use a regular piping bag and a piping tip if you want to get all fancy. Honestly, I do have piping tips and piping bags, but I just don't really feel like doing it. And if you don't have all the equipment, this is a really quick way to do it. Just get you a sandwich baggie and fill it with the frosting. Now that you have all your frosting in the bag, you can just snip the tip and pipe onto the cupcakes. And don't forget to lick the spatula and the beaters. Now you can start piping on your frosting. All right, and that will do. And of course, don't forget to sprinkle with the edible glitter sprinkles. All right, now rinse and repeat. Honestly, if I had used a regular piping bag, this would be a lot easier. I'm not really going for great on these though. But please have faith, I do have better piping skills than this. I just don't typically use a sandwich bag to pipe my cupcakes. All right, and we'll just finish sprinkling on the last of the sprinkles. All right, guys, are you ready to reveal if I am enchantingly emerald or perfectly pink? Let's taste it and find out. Ta-da! We are enchantedly emerald, and I am ready to give this a taste test. And I'll let you know all my thoughts about it. All right, here we go. I once learned this trick in high school, and I have done it ever since. My favorite way to eat a cupcake is to rip the bottom off, put it on top, and make a sandwich. That way you get the perfect cake to frosting ratio. All right, so my thoughts on the cupcake. First off, I think the instructions were really easy to use. I love that you have almost everything you need, except for, of course, the water, the oil, the eggs, and the milk. But I love that they provide everything else, so I give it points for that. I think it's very reasonably priced. And as far as how the cupcakes go, I think they are a pretty standard vanilla cupcake mix. Not great, not terrible. Now, I'm not gonna be one of those people that has impossibly high standards, but I would just say it's pretty average. But the one thing that I think that this cupcake mix has going for it is the actual frosting itself, because it's actually not like a traditional like super sweet, sugary kind of frosting. It's actually more of like almost a thicker whipped cream kind of frosting. It is not very sweet, which I like because it balances out the sweetness of the cupcake. Not gonna lie, most cupcakes, I don't love the frosting on them because they're just so artificially kind of flavored, but I love that it was more of like a whipped milk kind of frosting because it just balances out the flavors without being sweetness overload. As far as the flavor of the cake itself, it is just a very standard vanilla box cupcake mix. But overall, if you are someone that does not like so much sweetness, I think this is actually a really good option, and it's quite fun as well. So I actually quite like the cupcake mix, and I think I would give it a 4 out of 5.
And one quick post thought I wanted to share with you guys is actually how the cupcakes look after about a day. So because there are black sprinkles on the cupcakes, the dye from the black sprinkles did spread and it gave a really unfortunate look to the frosting. I can't get over how much this actually looks like mold. So from an aesthetic point of view, I would definitely say to serve these right away and leave no leftovers.
So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Links are below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.